Hey guys, part 6 is here. Okay, so let's get started first with Fall USA. What you're not all waiting for, I'm sure you want to see that big gore. But yeah, I mean, they've already fallen off a lot. So all these rebellions are happening at the same time. Louisiana, wait. I don't feel like, hold on. I don't feel like I'm not gonna end the videos because of this. It's just one country. What should their color be? I'm gonna make it green. There's not really any green countries. Okay. Come on. Load. So everyone, okay. Back to this. Oh yeah, Oregon has a flag now. Look at that beautiful flag. So all of these rebellions are happening at the same time. So, oh wait, no. USA, I forgot. USA decide to make a new policy. States can secede whenever they want. So North Dakota, whoops. I meant to do North Dakota, not South. North Dakota secedes. Louisiana secedes. And they demand to have this land over here, or it is war. And the USA is really beaten down from wars, so they let them have the land. They give Louisiana the land. South Dakota secedes. And then finally, USA collapses. USA finally, with all the secedes, the wars, the land taken from them, they fall apart. So all the countries around them scramble to get land from them. Mexico immediately puts land claims on this and this square right there, and says if you don't abide by their land claims, they will go to war with you. The only one who doesn't abide is of course Fascist USA. They don't care. They know they got Germany on their side. But I doubt Fascist USA will reach all the way over there. So they immediately cut off Louisiana from expanding. And they expand a lot. Like, all the way over here. South Dakota expands down. North Dakota they don't want to go to war immediately as they're formed, so they have to expand east. Mexico, not wanting to go to war with Germany and Fascist USA, hurry and take their claims. And the rest is just whoever can get it first. So these two taking the rest of this land. Now these two fighting for this land. And if there's border guard, deal with it. I'm not fixing it. Oh well. There's border guard in real life too. So, shush. Okay. And it's been not long since Mexico got this land, so a rebellion happens. As expected, California rebels. And it's in Mexico, still not that strong. So they haven't had that land long enough to start becoming strong. A strong country. So they just get hold on. They just get demolished by California. But they do not give up. Will not give up. Until they start, then they surrender as California starts invading Baja California. That's funny. California is invading Baja California. So California gets independence, but they demand Nevada, so they also get the former state of Nevada. So yeah, now California. So yeah, that's the end of the USA. At least, well, yeah, the end of the USA. The democratic USA. Now fascist USA is rising. Especially thanks to Germany. So now, what you've all been waiting for. One of the biggest wars in this alternate future. So, everyone's ready, and then they just have to. And then the Germans they stage an accident. They stage a Russian killing a soldier. And then, for that reason, that supposed reason, they declare war on Russia. And the Axis, of course, backs them up, and they join the war as well. Everyone was ready for this. Even Soviet Union was ready for this. So, Japanese front. So, immediately, the Soviets easily pushed Japan back, as they were being weakened by a lot of rebellions that are happening. They've been weakened from rebellions from all these people. The only thing that's kept them together is Germany, is the rest of the Axis helping them out. Yeah, they push into Manchuria. And they push into Turkey. The Ottomans. Oh, I forgot to make a country. Ottomans. And yeah, my bad. Sorry. And Germany pushes into Soviet Union. And they push hard. And they have now taken Warsaw and all of Poland. But they did not really think about the Norwegian fronts. And the Soviets push on the they push back the Germans in Norway. And back to Japan. Back to the Japanese front. I'm sorry. Oh, really sorry. So a rebellion manages to take a city. Indonesian rebels begin to take cities. And so does a how would you say that? Filipinian? I don't know. So Philippines, the rebels there, they managed to take some land, finally. Okay, I'm just gonna put these as Taiwan. I should have put something for rebels. So I could then, in case the country's still there, so I could then have them join later. So I'll put Taiwan, so they don't look part of China. They start taking some land. But they know China's not going to accept them, because China does not want another war. They're too beaten. They're still too beaten down from it. Whoops. I mean, no. They're not a superpower, because they never. It was World War II that Japan just destroyed them, so they never became a superpower. So yeah, they never became a superpower. So they refused to let them join, because they did not want another fight with Japan, and definitely not with the entire Axis, because they think, that they'll lose indefinitely. So the rebels know they have to get more land. They have to get back by themselves all the Chinese lands to rejoin China. And some mini wars happen here. North Dakota declares war on Oregon, and they immediately push them out of this area. I'm sure that's probably some state. I don't know. And Mexico, they just demand these two cities, Sterling and Yuma. South Dakota obliges and gives it to them. And Fascist USA demands this area, and they give it to them. Because they don't want to fight the Mexicans, because Mexicans may not be that strong, but they are much stronger than them. And Fascist USA and Germany, yeah, you already know. Texas declares war on Louisiana to try to get more land to defend themselves against the stronger countries around them. So they immediately push quite deep, and they immediately push quite a bit into Louisiana. Well, actually, these two just think Mexico is much stronger than them. But little do they know that Mexico really is quite weak still. And California knows that. They take advantage of that. And they demand Arizona. The Arizona territory. Mexico made them all into territories instead. They're no longer states. And Mexico refuses, so they declare war on Mexico. And now they plan to take this area also, since Mexico didn't let them take that one. I'm sorry, really sorry about that. And the Soviets, also realizing they have Alaska, they decide to bring something back. that realizing they have all the land that they had, they become the Russian Empire. But it's a communist one. I'm not sure if they can be communist, but I'm going to do it anyways. But oh, wait, no, I was on German front. I was on this front. Japanese front. Wait, no. Okay, Russian Empire pushes them back even more out of Manchuria. And Turkey gets their stuff together, and with they get an Italian support gets to the Ottomans front. And finally figure out how they finally decide which front they would help, and they decide Turkey's front, Ottomans front, whatever. Let's just say they're still Turkey. They're transformed back into the Ottomans. So, and Russia gets pushed back to Turkey's borders. Germans front, they continue pushing into the Russian Empire. And Russian Empire also pushes into Norway even more. The one guy that they had to send messages about Norway if the Russians ever realized Norway was an option and started pushing, that was supposed to come and tell them, was captured and killed by Russia, the Russian Empire. So yeah. Scotland and Ireland get their support to the front line now, and so does Spain. And Spain's about right here now. Their troops are about right here now, so their support's almost there. So yeah, a huge push is gonna start. So yeah, a huge push will start now. Japanese front, the front where everything is falling apart. Germany is too busy with the Russians' most important front, which they're defending us the hardest, so they are unwilling to help the Japanese. And Romania joined. So they push and just take Moldova. But then Russian forces arrive there, and yeah, they're going to be destroyed. That's wonderful. So Russians really push hard there for a bit, and cutting off Manchuria from their Korean holdings, and now more easily push into their Chinese holdings. And they offer to give their Chinese holdings to China after the war, and China accepts. And with that, Japan being dumb, and with that, and yeah, rebels gain more land. Wait, is Beijing over here? I thought it was. Isn't it? Beijing. Is that it? Beijing? I thought it was spelled different. No, that can be it. So I guess, oh yeah, Japanese do have it. But soon they won't. Yeah, China did lose their capital. They don't have their capital in this. They haven't had it. So, yeah. And the rebels in the Philippines push more. And the Indonesian rebels push way a lot. But then now Japanese are starting to send a lot of soldiers to Indonesia. Because these used to be the West Indies, and yeah, that's their only oil source, so that's very important to them. Oh, whoops. North Korea isn't supposed to be here. Whoops. How long were they there? And Japan, being the idiot they are, declare war on China because China was going to take land back. So then China offers the rebels to join them, and they do. Oh wait, yeah, they do. And they push in with Japan, and they push easily into their holdings here. And they say to Russia they got this with how weakened Japan is, the rebels and all that. They didn't realize how weak they were until now. And yeah, Russia's etching closer and closer to invading their homeland. So now the Turkey's I forgot Turkey's front. Yeah, Turkey's front. Their front they push up hard and manage to take all the former Caucasus countries. And now Russia's sending much more troops. They're sending some more of their reserves down there, because they have quite a few. They have a lot of their oil there. How long is it? Wait, did I end the video? Oh no, I didn't. It's right here. There we go. Ooh, I'm gonna make it 30 minutes. This video is gonna be a long video. Yeah, this war is gonna take up quite a few parts. It's a big war, it's gonna be a long one. So Germany pushes Russia. They continue to push Russia more. And Russia is now seeing the dire situation they're in Europe and the Caucasus. They're seeking for any help they can get in Europe or in Africa. And yeah, Turkey is having a lot of rebellions. So now they start supporting the rebellions. In Egypt, the Egyptian rebels managed to take two provinces now. And so do the how would you say that? So do the rebels in Iraq. They take two provinces. So, okay, I want to add something new into this war. I can't think of anything. But Russia also needs. They're also running low on money, so they need money. So they offer Canada Alaska for how much? I don't know how much they would do. Let's just say 1 trillion, and Canada accepts, and they buy it for 1 trillion. They buy Alaska for 1 trillion, and now they get Alaska. Oh yeah, can't forget about the mini wars. Can't forget about those. North Dakota pushes even farther into Oregon in the north, but Oregon now pushes far in the south. And Texas manages to take, they realize what their capital is. They figure out with their spies what their capital is, and they push for the capital, and they manage to take it. And with that, Louisiana surrenders, and they are annexed. And they offer the rest of the former state of Mississippi, to fascist USA, and for about $10 billion. And fascist USA says that's ridiculous. And then they offer for $1 billion, and they take it. What? Are there any other? Oh, yeah. California pushes on Mexico even more. And again, they start pushing into Baja California. But this time, Mexico does not care. And they continue fighting. And the morale of the people are quite low. They lost the war to some rebels, and now they're losing a war against a newly made country. So yeah, their morale is low, and they're getting angry. So now they're protesting the war and saying Mexico should stop the war. So back to the worst front for the Axis, the Japanese front. They give them that land. But now they push into Korea. Now they start pushing into Korea. So that's great. And China pushes the Japanese even more out of China. So yeah, now it's really not looking good for Japan. Philippine rebels, they push more. And now the Japanese push the Indonesian rebels back. But then some new rebels pop up, trying to reform Papua New Guinea. And they managed to take the first city immediately. But Japan not seeing those lands that important, so they just let them have independence. They just let them have Papua New Guinea back and have independence. And they also don't want to deal with more rebels than they're already dealing with. This is annoying. Taking these tiny... There we go. And they get all that land. That's the land they get some extra land that they didn't originally have. Oh yeah, China took Beijing back. They got their capital back. So that boosted their morale a lot. So now Turkey's front. Now it kind of ends up in a stalemate. And neither side can really push on the other side. For the European front, for for what would I call this? Because there's two European fronts, and for the Russian, no. For the Eastern Europe front, Germany continues to push Russia even farther, and they managed to take Kiev. That sucks for the Russians. But they continue pushing on again. They continue pushing north, and they have almost reached to where they can naval invade Denmark. That is their plan currently, to stop Germany, to take Norway, push into Denmark, and from there take Berlin, and hopefully either the Germans will surrender, and if not, hopefully they can start pushing Eastern Europe, the Eastern European front back, at least. Okay. Now back to the mini wars. They continued to push even farther north, and now they are pushing Oregon's original lands back. Yeah, it's gonna take Oregon a while to get to North Dakota's area. So they managed to take this area. And California pushes and manages to take New Mexico. And then they offer peace. And Mexico, and they push a little here, and they take Baja California. And they offer peace. And this time Mexico agrees. And California gets not New Mexico, Arizona, and this area. So yeah, Mexico's morale is really taking a hit. And North Dakota, then they tried to make a peace treaty, realizing it's not really that worth it, and they have a different plan now. But Oregon refuses, so the war continues. So now the biggest war in the series. Back to that. So yeah, as you expect, Japan continues to be pushed back, and they take a pretty important city, Pyongyang. And now, in the Japanese resistance, it's becoming more and more, not just from the army, as they get deeper into Korean Peninsula, and not just the army, also the people. And it's causing Russia more and more casualties. Just like, does it remind you of something? Starts with a W, has two W's. Does it remind you of something that the Japanese did in a different war in real life? Doesn't it? No? Yes? I'm not gonna say it because I think it can get you video demonetized, so I'm not gonna say it. I don't want my video demonetized. This is a good series, and I don't want one of the videos to be demonetized, because this is a really important video in the series. Oh, 34 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. Be excited for the next part where we continue this war. This is a long war. This is gonna last a few parts. Oh, whoops.